Hi, I'm Charlie Bolden. I'm a U.S. State Department Science Envoy for Space, and I'm not able to be there with you all today to Tangwei Rui and all of your classmates. Hopefully they're as happy about you and as proud of you as I am. I had an opportunity to see your patch. I'm going to hold it up here so people can see that I've had a chance to see it. I think it's phenomenal, and I wanted to congratulate you on being one of 5 winners worldwide recognition for designing this mission patch for NASA. You know, it's really special for somebody to have the vision to be able to put on paper, as well as you did, what the NASA mission to the moon and on to Mars and farther is all about. So, you know, as a special thing, it may not be special to you, but I'm going to send along one of my personal mission patches from one of my 4 space shuttle missions in appreciation and congratulations for what you did. So congratulations to you again, and good luck in your efforts to one day become one of Malaysia's famous astronauts. If I'm lucky, I may have an opportunity to fly with you to Mars when they bring old people along. But Tangwei, congratulations again. Really enjoy this moment, and thank you for doing what you do.
Are you familiar with this? Is your child having difficulty in learning them? Or does your child know when to use them? Are they lost when it comes to applying the actual multiplication to real-life scenario? No worry, it's quite common. But do you know coding can help improve their understanding of math and know when to use them? You might be wondering, how coding got to do with math? Well, let's take an example. For every step the dog takes, it will move 10 centimeter, and there is a bowl of food 100 centimeter away from it. How do we program the dog using multiplication so that the dog can have the food? This is the part where they will realize they can use the table to help find the answer. Coding is not just learning complex programming language, writing 1,000 lines of code. Coding actually helps brings math, science, and various other subjects together, such as art, animation, and many more, turning theory to practical, hence improving children's understanding of what they have learned in school. In summary, learned coding does translate to better math. Interested to find out more about coding? Contact us at 016-9810-613 or register at realfun.mind/free trial. Wait no more. Let's get our children to be future ready.
Greetings, my name is Evelyn and I'm 11. When I got to know the Lunar Gateway Story Competition, I did my research online for a few days and formed my rough ideas and coded the story out in a day. Talking about my challenges in this project, I would say it's time. As a seasoned storyteller, I'm used to a 5 minutes time, but my teacher Theo taught me to code the story out in 2 minutes. That's real challenging. Nevertheless, here comes my production. Enjoy.
Prepare for landing. We are landing from the Lunar Gateway. 300 feet, 200 feet, 100 feet. Whoosh! We have successfully arrived at the moon's surface. Hello everyone, I'm astronaut Alvin. I am now on the moon's surface to examine the long-term effects of humans on the moon and find out can life live on the moon. I also brought some of my friends here, which is the lovely Donald Duckling and the cute Bunny. Welcome to the moon's surface. Hello everyone, I'm the Great Lunar Rover. I'm being sent by astronaut Elvin to explore the moon and find water. As we all know, water is important and we might have life if we have water. So off I go now. Goodbye. Now I am trying to find water. My sensor is red if I don't find water, but if I find water, then it will turn into blue. Water, water. Now I will transfer the water sample that I collected into the filter machine and find out whether the water is safe to use after filtered. Goom, 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 goom.
Hi, I'm Charlie Bolden. I'm a U.S. State Department Science Envoy for Space, and I'm not able to be there with you all today to Tangwei Rui and all of your classmates. Hopefully they're as happy about you and as proud of you as I am. I had an opportunity to see your patch. I'm going to hold it up here so people can see that I've had a chance to see it. I think it's phenomenal, and I wanted to congratulate you on being one of 5 winners worldwide. Recognition for designing this mission patch for NASA. You know, it's really special for somebody to have the vision to be able to put on paper as well as you did what the NASA mission to the moon and on to Mars and farther is all about. So, you know, as a special thing, it may not be special to you, but I'm going to send along one of my personal mission patches from one of my 4 space shuttle missions in appreciation and congratulations for what you did. So congratulations to you again, and good luck in your efforts to one day become one of Malaysia's famous astronauts. If I'm lucky, I may have an opportunity to fly with you to Mars when they bring old people along. But Tangwei, congratulations again. Really enjoy this moment, and thank you for doing what you do.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly Facebook Live. Wesley, can you please turn off your video first? Thank you. Welcome back. So we will be starting soon. The counter is still counting for 6 minutes, but we are actually about to start soon. Let me just turn this off first. So for those who don't know me, I'm Yuan Tech, or for most people, I'm Teacher Theo. All right. So today, as usual, we will invite two of our students to come on stage and share their project with you, the project that they have done during their coding class. And I find those projects are really, really good, and I want to take this opportunity to show their project with all of you. So Brian Kong, 12 years old, and Wesley Chong, 14 years old, will be sharing in a short while. Then after that, I'm also very glad that CEO of Gameka, Sindran Berhad from KL, Kenny Lum, will be joining us today as well to share this topic on gamification. Before we actually start, a question to all of you, right? What do you know about gamification, right? What is gamification? Now, can you put in put your answer in the comment there, and there's no wrong answer, I guess. Just your thoughts and what do you think about it. I just want to get some feedback, and what do you know about gamification, and maybe you can give some example of how gamification look like in our day-to-day life. So go ahead, put your understanding and what do you know about gamification in the comment box. So stay tuned, right? We'll be starting soon, and I'll be back in a short while. All right, I'm back. So I hope you liked that intro of Real Fun just now. Yeah, so I think I've missed out a few of the live to show that to all of you. So if you don't like it, so let me know, right? So I can improve it. What do you don't like? If you like it, do give us some support, press some like as well as love. In addition to that, if you feel that your friends and family will find this Facebook Live useful, and you want to share with them what is gamification, as well as if you are a friend of Wesley Chong or a family of Wesley Chong, as well as Brian Kong, please do help share it with your friends and family, so that they can witness the good job and the good work that Wesley and Brian has made during their class. All right. Like I said, before I start, I just want to put a question out to all of you, like, what do you know about the topic today, gamification, right? Gamification. What is your understanding of gamification? Perhaps you can share with us some examples as well, right? So what do you think of gamification, and what are some of the examples that you see throughout your life, day-to-day life, right? So that is the topic for today, which the CEO of Gameka, Kenny Lum, will be sharing with us, and we will have a very as usual, casual chat on this topic. And if you have any questions related to this topic, go ahead. Also, please put your questions in the comment box, right? So that we can ask this question to Kenny himself as well. Okay, so hi everyone. Hi I Jing. Hi Zoe. Hi Mrs. Woon. Good evening. Hello Pang. Thank you for coming to our live and stay with us. As usual, as a reward to all of you, I will be giving out. Let me see. Sure. I'll be giving out free gift today as well. But similar like last week, in order to win this gift, right, you have to answer 4 questions. You have to answer 4 questions. So we will have 1 questions coming up in a short while. Then after Brian share his project, then we will have another question. Then after Wesley, we will have another question. And lastly, after Kenny, before we end the session, we will have our final questions and see who will get the highest score for today, and the winner will get this Bluetooth headset or Bluetooth speaker, right? So the winner who gets the highest point for answering all these 4 questions will get to win this gift. Now, I have sort of updated my software for the translation today, so hopefully the translation is better for the conversation for the live today. So if you find the conversations like not very good, do feedback to me, put it in the comment as well, and let me know whether the translation is working or not, and is working for you or not, right? So do let me know. So again, back to the topic, gamification. If you have any questions or tell us what is your understanding of gamification, and give us some examples of gamification. Hello, Varen, welcome， 欢迎你来参加啊，请帮忙 share 让更多人可以看到这个 live 哈。All right, so like I said, the first question will be coming up. So let me share with you the first question. Quiz night. All right, so let me see where's my. All right, the first question. Yeah, get ready, guys. So who answer it first will get more points. The first top 3 who answer it will get more point compared to the rest. All right. So the question is, what is the title of our next week's live? Wow. I doubt you will know. In fact, not many people will know, because I haven't actually announced it, and that's why I need to come to this page. All right. So before I go to next week, I just want to update or recap on what we have done for the past 4 weeks. So we started our live in May 22nd, where we invited Ling Yu from the One Academy to share with us digital media design. Then Dr. Alpha from Monash University to share with us Industry Revolution 4.0. And then last 2 weeks also did our Mandarin session, one from Weiji from Accenture, that talk about digital and project management. And also last week we have someone from Singapore, Hui Xiang, share with us, 数据就是王道, data is king. So if you missed those sessions, please go back to our Facebook page and watch the replay. Right? Watch the replay. Then for coming week, we have a good lineup for the next few weeks, including this today. We have Kenny that will be sharing with us on gamification. Next week, can I be a hacker? By the way, that's the answer. Yeah. So for those that who don't know, next week, can I be a hacker? So sharing from Francisco. He will be sharing with us, the whole a perspective of security, IT security, right? So I think this is often a topic that overlooked by a lot of people, and I feel that this is actually a very interesting area that we can touch on. And what are types of hacker? Can I actually be a hacker? So stay tuned and join our next week's live Facebook live. Then on the 3rd of July, we also have Hilmi. He is now a game development researcher, right? So sharing with us how a game is being made, right? Is there a future for me to make game? In fact, Kenny will also be able to share with us some of the thoughts if you have any questions on that, right? So Hilmi will be sharing with us and just to give some insight on, how difficult is it actually to create a game, right? Especially a mobile game, computer games, games that I can put on Steam. So if you're interested in that, join us on the 3rd of July. And Then the following week, we have also invited Joy from China to share with us digitization. So for those who have been to China, you will know technology and digitization is everywhere, right? It's part of integrated as part of their life. So, Joy will be sharing some of the topics or some of the projects that she is working on, and and we will touch on the digitization bit in China. How different is it compared to us, right? So we give this can help us to understand like what's outside of Miri, outside of Sarawak, outside of Malaysia. So how different is it? So that session again will be done in Mandarin, right? Will be done in Mandarin. So that's our lineup for next week. And the answer for the first question today is in here. What is the title of our next week's live? So anyone can answer. For the top 3 who answer this correctly, yeah, you will get the highest mark. Just to recap, for those that who just joined, thank you very much. So for our weekly live, we give out free gift. But for the free gift, in order for you to win it, you have to answer 4 questions, right? The first question I just announced. The first question is, what is the title of our next week's live, right? So something to do with hacker. Something to do with hacker. So for those who answer it correctly, you will get points, and then we will accumulate, total up our points until the end of the session, and whoever get the highest score will receive the gift. The gift is a wireless or Bluetooth headset. All right, so thank you very much. I can see that some of you have answered it. So without further ado, let me now jump to our first student. Right, so Brian, may I ask your help to turn on your camera and mic now? Let me do some setting here. Just hold on, guys. Turn off my camera. All right. So Brian, welcome. Now, can you introduce yourself first?
Okay. Hello, my name is Brian Gong Haoyu from Sri Mulia Primary School. I am 12 years old. I started coding from April 2018.
Okay, so Brian is pretty much one of our first few students to join Real Fun Learning Center, and up to today, he is still with us. And the passion that he has in terms of learning to code. In fact, a lot of time he spent his free time also working on some of the projects that we did not ask him to do, not part of the lesson, right? He created the project himself. So for those who are listening in or watching this, please do give him support if you find his project very good. You like it a lot, please go ahead and click the like and love button on our Facebook Live. So first, let's share your first project. Yeah, so let me just switch over to this. Alright, so that's the first project, the coin drop game. So tell me more about this game. How do you actually play it?
You will use the left and right arrows to move the platform.
Okay, so the platform is referring to the top one, right? Okay.
Yes.
And then I see there's something that can fall down by itself. So is it like something that's a gravity, pulling it down or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. So there's some physics in there. So what else? What else can why do you create this project, by the way?
My project. I created this in my imaginary.
Using your imagination. But
Yes.
have you seen this before? From where? Right? Or maybe for the audience who are watching this, you know, does it help you recall on some of the games that you have played, or some of the activity that you have played before? Maybe, you know, we can ask that question to the audience as well. You know, is it similar to something that you have played before? Now, so we will ask that question to the audience. Now, the question to you, Brian, right at the bottom there, I can see there's hash and $sign. What's that for, by the way?
If you hit the $sign, you will get 10 points. But if you hit the hashtag stuff, you will lose 5 points.
Ah, okay. So one is to add points and the other one is to deduct points. And then there's also a timer in there, right? All right. Cool. So so I haven't seen anyone, you know, replying like what they have what they can recall from this game. Wow, we have somebody from Canada. That's cool. Is that your uncle or somebody?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow, we have someone from Canada. Not too bad. All right. So so this is our first project. So maybe let me share the second project now. All right. So how do you play this game? Come.
Well, you can choose 1 or 2 players. You use your mouse to move up and down for the player 1. The player 2 could be a bot or a real person.
Okay.
You can
So
use
you actually design a bot in the game, right? And you have to beat the bot, is it?
Yes.
Wow, interesting. That's cool. So I noticed that your background is quite colorful, yeah. So there's like how many colors? Let's see. There's red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, and blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 colors there. Why is it so colorful there for your background?
I like colorful stuff.
You like colorful stuff, yeah. And I look at your virtual background as well. Huh? It's so bright. Okay, all right. So, what is the most difficult part for this game? When you develop, well, when you worked on this game?
I would say the buttons,
The buttons. What buttons you're referring to?
the restart button and back to menu button.
Oh, okay. A restart button and back to menu button. Okay. I think we didn't show that in our video, but it's part of a complete game where we're only showing the portion of the actual game itself. But there's actually a restart button and menu button, right? So that one is a difficult one. Okay. Cool. All right. So again, you know, if you like Brian's work, do give him support. You know, put in nice word in the comment section, as well as give him a lot of a lot of love. So right, so you know, let's just hope Brian can help us to create more complex, more fun game to play with. All right, so thank you very much, Brian. You can leave the meeting now. Thank you. Bye. All right, so like I said, after Brian's session, for every session after every session I will ask a question, right? So the second question, let me see my second question. All right, how many colors are there in the background of the game, the ping pong game, the second game that Brian shared? How many colors are there in the background? If you listen to our live just now, you'll notice that I've actually mentioned the numbers, right? So how many colors are there in the background of the game just now? All right, I'm starting to see. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm starting to see answers coming in. Yeah. So wow. Cool. Right. Mostly answer 6. Yes. All right. Brian's mom. Your answer 5. So by the way, the correct answer is 6. Yeah. The correct answer is 6. You got it wrong again. Well, we don't count the white, by the way, yeah? So white is not counted. So it's the color that I mentioned just now. It's actually 6, right? There are 6 colors. So thank you very much, everyone, for supporting and keeping this live interactive. All right. So I really hope you can put in your questions as well related to the gamification. In fact, for those who have just joined, do put in your thoughts and your understanding of what gamification is, and maybe give some examples of gamification, right? So that is before we start our special guest session later on. So what is your understanding of gamification, and what can you share some examples in your day-to-day life? All right. So that is our second question. Next, I would like to invite our next guest, which is Wesley Chong. So Wesley, can you turn on your camera? All right. Handsome Wesley. Hello.
Hi,
Good
teacher.
evening. Yes, come. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Wesley Chong. I'm 14 years old this year. I studied at SMK St. Columba.
Okay. And when did you join our coding program?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
After
So
UPSR.
So I still remember he joined together with Riri, one of the winner for the NASA challenge, right? So he joined together with Riri, and during the first day when he came to our class, he was so excited. He was so amazed on what he can add into his project. And I still remember during that time, he looked for all these Naruto related characters and put into his project. I can still remember that, my friend. and all the sounds that he can add on. So it's so cool. So I think you will be even impressed with his project later on. So let me share with you his project. Right? So Wesley, all right. All right. So tell me more about this game. How do you play this game?
Which game?
Oh, so this is the Space Invader, the space one.
So we use the key arrow to control the movement of the spaceship, and at the bottom there is a button. You need to move the spaceship to collide with the button, and then the door will open. So in the limited time, you need to control the spaceship to move into the door before it closes.
Okay. So I noticed that there's also some physics added in this project, right? Where where the things
Yes.
will get pulled down by the gravity, then you have to apply some impulse, right? For those who have learned physics, you know all these terms, right? So you have to apply impulse so that it get pushed up again, and um I see that it quite fit quite well in this sort of a space theme, right? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is very nice, right? So do you remember like what's the most challenging one to you create when you create this?
The most challenging. So because this is my first project, so that time my knowledge about coding is very limited. Only program the keyboard to control the movement of the spaceship. It took me 1 hour.
Oh, okay. So I think when you say when you first started, this is when you first started the physics lesson, right? So not when you first
Yes.
started the coding, yeah. So I think yeah. So I think when Wesley currently is more in the advanced stage at the moment where there's a lot more complex concepts that we introduce. So like you said, just by programming the impulse pushing here and there, it took a while, right? So but it's awesome work. I can see that you can adjust it well, making sure that the door slide up and down when you collide with things. So well done. So for those who think this is an awesome project, please support Wesley and give your like and love to him. All right. Then next, let me show your second project. Wesley, please stay on there. Please turn on the video. All right. Let me see. Wesley has left the meeting, so. All right. Let me see. All right. So Wesley has left the meeting. Somehow, I'm not too sure. Maybe internet connectivity. He got disconnected. But after you have seen the project, the animation just now, what do you think about it? Right? So what is the first thought that come into your mind when you look at that animation? Right? So for me, I'm actually very impressed because this is the first time I see my students make such a complex animation. And the animation, right, is not using any special software. Is really drawing page by page. It's like when you are young, when you play on the corner at the corner of your book, right? You draw different cartoons in there, and then you try to flip it, then to create some kind of animation, so-called stop motion, right? So he actually draw it out one by one to create such a smooth animation, right? So the work that he has put in this animation is I'm really proud of him, and in fact this is his own passion. We did not ask him to do this, and he take his own he put his own passion into this project and created this. Right, so let me just check whether he's back. No, I think he's not back yet. All right. But share your thoughts. What do you think about that project just now? Maybe I'll let me share that project again with you so that you can have a look. Right. All right. So since he's not back online yet, so maybe I can help him to describe this. So this is, I think he really likes Naruto. Like I said, he likes Naruto a lot, and even during the first day when he joined the coding class, he already tried to put all these different Naruto character in there. And in this animation, I think he mentioned to me he spent about a month, more than a month to create this. In fact, it's not just it's not a simple story per se. In fact, there's he created another one, right? But he doesn't like it, right? He doesn't like it, and he feel like, the job is the work is not good. And this is actually the second one that he created, right? And I think he really feel proud of this one, and it's not over yet, right? This is just halfway. He has a lot more ideas to put it in and add on to this animation. So, please do give him support. Give him some likes and loves, as much as you can. It's free anyway, the like and love, right? So to show your support to him. So unfortunately, Wesley is not back yet. So let me go on to our third question for today, right? Let me go on to our third question for today. How long did it take for Wesley to draw the dragon in the last animation that he showcased? Now, I'm gonna give this answer away for you, because he wasn't here to explain to you, but he told me he took 2 full days to actually create the dragon. If you notice the dragon just now, right? It took 2 full days to create that dragon in the animation, to draw that out, right? So it's not an easy work. So I'm giving you the answer to this question. So, but I still need your help to put into the comment. So whoever put the answer in first will get, or the top 3 will get the highest score. All right. All right, I can see that Wesley is back.
I'm sorry, because my computer suddenly disconnect the Wi-Fi.
Hey, don't worry. So I sort of described a bit on your projects that you shared with me, right? So is there anything else that you want to add on for this project? Like, what else that you want to add on, perhaps?
This is only a little part of my project, so I think I will add more fighting scenes and some more skill, more effects. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all.
So there's more effects that you want to add on, more fighting scenes, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how long it will take for you to do that, but keep out the good work, and I think everyone is proud of you, including your parents as well. Yeah. What's the most difficult part for this animation, by the way?
The most difficult part for this animation actually is about drawing the costume. Like just now you say that the water dragon took me 2 days. I repeat to redraw.
All right. So I think there's one key learning here is that, not to give up, but even if you fail, you try again, do it again, try again, do it again. And this is something that we want all our students to do as well, as part of their lesson. Not afraid to try, but not afraid to fail, and just keeps on doing it until you are successful. And in fact, I find coding is one of the way that can help me to train, to help me to do that, to learn that as well. So thank you very much, Wesley, for your sharing today. And like I said, everyone else, the audience, please do give support to Wesley. Thank you very much. I'll see you again, Wesley. Bye bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
All right. So like I said, I've seen some of you have put in the answer. So he mentioned that, right, he took about 2 full days to do this project, right? Now, coming up next, we are slightly behind time, so just want to give all of you a heads up that we will extend slightly to our live somewhere to around 9:15. Yeah, 9:15. So do stay with us until the end so that you can also get you can answer the last questions and get the Bluetooth earphone. All right. So next, let's bring out our special guest, Kenny Lum. So Kenny, can you please turn on your camera? Hello, Kenny. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to our live. So maybe you can introduce yourself first.
Sure. Okay, my name is Kenny, and I'm currently the CEO of Gameka. And Gameka is a local independent game developer in Malaysia. So we make predominantly mobile games, as well as gamification projects lah. As to what gamification is, that's what you will find out in this, I guess, next 15-20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are the mobile games that you have made? Maybe you can share with us. So I'll ask the audience to also download it and play.
I guess the latest one that we have made is called Combat Wombat. We have not put it up on the store yet, but essentially it is a live. Imagine playing Candy Crush, but you play to crush your friends instead.
Okay. When is it going to be published in the store?
About 2 months from now lah.
All right. 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So so the first question then, right? What is gamification?
Well, gamification is simply just a big word lah, right? The simple explanation of gamification is you implement game mechanics into every other thing which is not game. All right. So, for example, and I'm quite sure everyone in school already has experienced it before, right? Like for example, even in this show, you said that okay, answer these 4 questions and you get to win a prize. That's gamification, right? Anything that is a game applied into a non-game situation, like this is a non-game situation, it's called gamification.
Okay. So for me, I notice a lot, especially some of the banks, right? For me, I use Maybank, and they have all this small little game that ask you to play. Like I'm doing my financial transaction, like I don't want to play game now.
Yes.
So why is that so? I mean, why do they start to put all this in, and even including shopping platforms, Lazada, Taobao, Shopee, all comes with all these things to let me play. Why?
So, since you use Maybank as an example, well, there are examples of good gamification. There are examples of not so good gamification. Maybank may not be the best example, but let's use Lazada or Shopee. Right now, the purpose of all these apps is to get you to use the app as often as possible, right? To want you to stay on the app as long as possible. So if they just stick with buying stuff, after you finish buying things, you leave, right? And the only next time you come back is when you want to buy some other stuff. However, if you use games like what Lazada or Shopee does, even if you are not buying anything, you will still come back to play the game to earn maybe 3 Lazada coins or 4 Lazada coins, right? That's what my wife does. My wife spends half an hour shopping, 2 hours playing. And then after she spends 2 hours playing, she has more vouchers, right? She has more coins. She spends another half an hour shopping. So they have now successfully made my wife shop more. And if you take Lazada and Shopee, every hour spent on Shopee is 1 hour less spent on Lazada. You think about it. So it gives you a very competitive advantage.
Okay. So using game as a way to attract them to continuously stick with you. So we call it as sort of a
Yes.
stickiness, right? So increase the
Yes.
stickiness to the customer. So
Correct.
that's very interesting. So besides like the shopping platform, like what other industry is actually incorporating this? Not only like shopping, but like any other examples.
Well, there is quite a lot of examples, right? uh, I'll give you one classic example. It is not done in Malaysia, right? It is done in the European countries, all right? So okay, so lately MCO is somewhat over, and people get to go out and drive, and people have not been driving for a long time. So I guess a lot of people are breaking rules. Yes. So I think in Sweden, what they did was they put cameras around. Sorry, they put cameras around the road. All right, and these cameras, they would, instead of catching people driving above the speed limit, they catch people driving within the speed limit. All right, and if you are caught driving within the speed limit, you get a chance to win maybe 10,000 of the Swedish currency. So people are motivated to drive within the same within the speed limit, so that they stand a chance to win 10,000. Now you see, in Malaysia, you drive safely, or you drive within the speed limit, so you don't kena saman. In Sweden, you drive within the speed limit so that you get a reward. You see the difference?
Yep.
And the number of tickets that speed tickets that the police has to issue out in Sweden took a dramatic drop. So there are many areas, and not just bank. This is another example of using of gamification.
So I remember when I was in a corporate before this, and they were also mentioning about using gamification as a way for human resource training, right? Delivering
Yes.
and making sure that the staff are well equipped with the right skills and knowledge to do their work, and incorporating
Yes.
gamification in it. So do you have
Yes.
some examples on that?
Sure. So there is this one factory in Penang. All right. It's not a very big factory. I think it has about maybe 300 workers. Yeah. And so gamification solution was done for them. Now, factory workers. Biggest problem of a factory with mostly factory line workers, right, are three things. Number one, workers come late. Number two, workers don't come at all, which is emergency leave. And third, workers take unnecessary medical leave. All right. So what was done for them was a very simple thing. Every worker in a factory has to use a badge to badge in to the factory, saying that, oh, I have arrived to factory, and then they need to badge out to say that I will leave the factory now. Okay. So what we did for them was just a very simple app that records down who comes on time, who takes the least amount of emergency leave, and who takes the least amount of medical leave. And as you go by, you score more and more points. All right. So it's as simple as that. Now, these points, now we talk about rewards, gamification, right? What do they exchange these points for? Very simple things. I mean, those who are tuned in to this talk right now, some of you are students, right? You imagine recess time, right? Everyone goes to recess at the same time. Same thing in the factory. Everyone goes for lunch at the same time. They all go to a canteen. Likewise, the kids, you guys go to canteen. But you know that the amount of time you eat is very short. And if you are fast to the canteen, you get first pick. That means you have better food, you have more time to eat. So staff that comes on time, has very little emergency leave, has very little MC, has a high score, and their high score give them advance pass. So the advance pass, they want special line, they don't need to wait in line. They bypass everyone. So they go straight to the front. Right? Something like if you go to Universal Studio, you have your own special line. You just go to the special line and you go to the front. So then that motivated a lot of people to come on time, to even come to work when they're sick, because they want the points, and stop taking emergency leave.
So the reward here not necessarily linked to monetary term, but the gamification here can be in a different, or the reward here can be in a different form that really motivates that person, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah. I think you talk about listening from, hearing from you, it seems like there's a lot more industry and companies trying to incorporate this gamification in there, and I would assume that they will need systems, they will need games, they will need the IT things, the technology in there. So what does it mean in terms of the demand for these individuals or people to actually create or support this gamification work?
So the demand, I think it's safe to say, is going to be bigger and bigger. All right, simply because everyone, or almost everyone, of the young people today play computer games. Whether it is a mobile game, whether it is on a computer, whether it is on Xbox or PlayStation, it doesn't matter, right? Everyone around the world, because of mobile, right, it makes, whether you're rich or poor, everyone play games. All right, and because everyone play games, the expectation when they come to the workplace 10 years, 15 years from now is it needs to be fun, right? Advertisements needs to be fun. Everything needs to be fun. And how do you make things fun? It is through the process of gamification. Right now, you will see gamification a little bit, like you said, in banking, in shopping, in a little bit here and there. But give it maybe another 10 to 15 years, you won't even talk about gamification because it's your everyday life, right? I give you an example. Do you talk about sending emails? Do you talk about emails? Do you talk about chat? You don't, because it's an everyday thing.
So it's part of our day-to-day life already, right? So it becomes just integrated as sort of it. So we don't bring it out as a topic itself, but it's a table stake. It must be there, right? It must be there. You cannot be saying that you cannot send email. You have to. You cannot be sending. You cannot say you cannot send WhatsApp, right? You have to.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So with this, right? It means, so the demand for this type of person. So what sort of skill then do we need to help prepare us to get involved in this industry?
So the basic skills would obviously, let's split it to two sides, of skills: technical and non-technical.
Yep.
Technical skills would obviously be your programming, your animation, those kind of skills, right? The non-technical skills are more about understanding what people want, because at the end, it is about the people who use it, right?
Yep.
So if you understand what people want and how you get what you give what people want, and you have your programming skills, then basically you're an all-rounder. You can do gamification by yourself.
Yep.
People like me, I don't have any technical skills, so I have to work with others with the technical skill. But what I am capable of is I understand what people want.
So I think that point itself also resonate with the last week's guest Hui Xiang from Singapore on we talk about data, but ultimately is also to understand what the organization wants at the end of the day. Because if you have the technical skill, you can do all kinds of magic to the data, but it's not something that the organization wants as their goal, and to achieve their goal, it makes no sense, right? So
Yes,
so
that's right.
both side needs to come in place, both technical as well as the non-technical, which in this case the example would be putting yourself in somebody's shoe to empathize and to understand what they really want, right? What is their need and what is their problem that you're trying to solve. All right. So for this type of job, let's say for example, if I want to become a game developer, right? Can I be working remotely and virtually? Especially, I mean, you might have these examples, with this recent pandemic, everyone have to work from home. So, what do you think about it? What sort of a skill set that we need to be able to work remotely successfully or effectively?
I see. Okay. Yeah. So to the first question, can we work remotely? Yes,
Yep.
definitely. Right. But the question, I think the more important question is, how do you work remotely effectively?
Yes.
Yeah. I think there's a few things. Let me just speak of two. One is definitely time management. Because if you work remotely, that means you're working at home. And time management and discipline is very important. If you're going to work at home. Because if you're working at home, then chances are you're working in your own bedroom. That means you're working here, and next to you is the bed. Right? So it's very easy to slack off, and you need to manage your time. The second one is really about communication. Not being able to meet face to face, and many takes chat. They like to chat instead of face to face talk, and it is very easy to miscommunicate when it comes to chat. Yeah, so make sure communication skills is clear at all times. It is better to over communicate than to under communicate.
All right. So time management and commitment. Time management. So you know how to manage yourself and your time, making sure you deliver, as well as communication. Right. We have to be over communicate than under communicate. Otherwise, then things will fall apart. Things are not well understood. People are just not working together. Right. So okay, those are the two key. But because I think what some of the parents are actually asking that questions as well to me, like if I'm not able to travel, I'm not able to move around freely, right? How can I help myself to be able to deliver project to somebody just remotely outside? So I think I hope those two can answer your question, because obviously I think that there are a lot more, but we have to prioritize on what we learn and what we can improve ourselves as well. All right. So again, if there's any questions to the audience, if you have any questions for Kenny, and or you have any thoughts that you want to share, do feel free to put into the comment. Since Kenny is still here, and we can ask him. He's the CEO of Gameka, so he also have worked on mobile games. For those who are interested, in fact, I've received a lot of requests like, can I make a mobile game? Like, really? How long? Like, alone? Working alone? So in fact, perhaps a question to you, right? Working on the mobile game itself, right? How difficult is it?
Oh, the honest answer, very, very difficult.
So like you need a team. I assume you need a team to work on various parts of the game. Something visually that you need to create, as well as the back end. Maybe you can share a bit on that.
No, I mean, there are people who have made a game, a very, very successful game all by themselves. Some of you may heard of this game called Stardew Valley, right? Stardew Valley is on Steam, and it's very, very successful, and it's made by one person, but he took 4 years to make it,
Wow.
right? Uh, you see, making a game is different from playing a game. You play a game, you maybe spend if you spend 8 hours a day playing the game, you will probably finish playing the game in 2 weeks. Making a game requires you to stare at the same thing maybe 12 hours a day, 5 days a week for 2 years. So it's very different. people think that, oh, you work in a game company, you make games, must be fun. I said, well, it's fun, but it's not the fun that you think of. Right? We don't sit around playing games the whole day. And even if we do sit around playing games the whole day, we play one game endlessly. So it gets very boring.
Yeah, test again, play again, test again, update again, fix
Yes.
again, right? So
Yes.
a lot of testing, I would assume.
Yes.
Okay. So I hope this answer a lot of the question that was posted to me previously. I got a call like, can you teach me how to create a mobile app game? Okay. How do you want me to teach you that? Okay, good. So in conclusion or in summary is that it's I think it's possible as long as you have the commitment and put in the time and the commitment to creating this game. In fact, you have shared that example of one person took 4 years to create a very successful game. It is possible, right? It is possible, right? It all depends on you individual whether you can do it or not. So with this, I think we are about time to the end of the session. So let me see if there's any question that I missed out. Okay, so I hope I can get to play I think the game is called Combat Wombat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
Combat Wombat.
So I hope to get to play that game soon, and I think it's available in both iOS and Android.
When it's available, it will be available on both. Yes.
On both. Okay. So Combat Wombat. Yeah, remember. So go and look for it in what, 2 months?
2 months, yes.
2 months time, right? In 2 months time. So I will remind all of you again to get to go download it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Kenny, for sharing with us tonight, and hope to get connected again in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, so you have also seen the last question here. So this is the final question for the day for you to earn or for you to answer to get the free gift for today. This is the last question for the day. Like I said, whoever that get the highest score will get the free gift, which is let me share this, the earphone, right? The Bluetooth earphone, right? So the question is, what is the name of the mobile game that we mentioned, right? Gameka is currently developing that will be launched in 2 months. What is the name of the game that Gameka is developing at the moment that will be launched in 2 months? If I'm not mistaken, you can pull it back and replay what we talked about just now, yeah, for your life, just to give you a hint on how to find the answer. All right. So, what is the game that Gameka is developing at the moment that will be launched in 2 months' time? And what is the answer for that? All right. So, while waiting for your answer, let me just switch to this part. So next week, please stay tuned for Can Be a Hacker. The topic is Can I Be a Hacker? Right? We will be having this sharing with Francis Koh from Petronas. He's the head of Identity Access Management and Data Protection. So he will sharing with us the topic around IT security itself, which for me often is an area that people overlook, right? Less spoken about compared to gamification, compared to game, right? So please join us next week, 26th of June, Friday, 8 p.m. again, same time, same place on our Facebook page. So anyone answer the last question yet? Let me see. Okay, let me refresh the score. All right. So we have the highest score at the whole moment. Sim Yu Heng. Anyone else for the last question? Okay, I guess that's all for today. So thank you very much, everyone. We have a winner, Mr. Sim. I'll send you the Bluetooth earphone, right? So yeah. So thank you very much, everyone else, for joining and participating in the live today. Really appreciate you staying, until the end of the session. Hope to see you again next week. All right. Bye bye.